M1MCW mobile. Oh, no, it's Mike Whiskey 1. Mike Charlie Whiskey mobile. Yeah, I'm on the top, on the Great Orme, looking up towards Walney Island. But anyway, you get me okay, Dave, and I wonder if Paul's getting me as well. From MW1, Mike Charlie Whiskey, tongue-tied here, Dave. Lovely day here, mate. It's beautiful. Right, over to you. Hope you got all that.
MW1MCW, I think it is. Yeah, you're 3 bars to me, Stuart. Absolutely booming him, mate. Great orme, simplex, no internet. There you go. I'm just doing a little video for you as well, so you can see. That's certainly some going, mate. Absolutely effortless, Stuart, to me.
Yeah, okay there, Dave. Yeah, right then. How's Paul? I mean, if he's on his handheld, he probably won't be getting me. But as he get me, just go back to him. You have more chance of getting him than I have, I would say. But yeah, well, that's good, mate. 3 bars, eh? Not bad at all. From MW1 MCW mobile.
I've just knocked it on low power. Gone from 10 watts down to, I think it's a watt that's on, so I don't know whether you're still receiving me. Paul P, you're picking Stu up. He's down on the Great Orme at Wales.
No, I'm not. I'm only on this little radio, aren't I? So I very much doubt I will.
Roger. No, he's not picking you up, Stuart. I don't know if you're still receiving me, but I'll let Waddy know that you're on there now as well.
Yeah, well, I'm getting you loud and clear there. Now, I've gone on low power, and low power's about 7 watts, I've got it set at. Are you still receiving me?
Loud and clear. Yep, loud and clear, Stu, no difference at all.
Oh, well, that's absolutely wonderful. So there you are, mate. Just shows you, doesn't it? Yeah, get hold of Paul and see if he can get hold of his... we'll just see how he does. I mean, is he at home?
I don't know whether he's out in his car or not. I know he's got his handheld with him, but I would imagine even from his QTH he'll probably copy it. But yeah, you're still 3 bars, Stu. It hasn't moved at all, but that's generally that's on low power, mate. I think it's about 1 watt, maybe even 2 watt. I have got it set pretty low, and that's not even on the big. Well, it is on the big area, but that's on the one on the back of the house. That's not on the one that's on the chimney.
Yeah. Well, I can't do anything with the power off this other than high and low. High power's 25 and low is 7. That's how it's been set in the code plug, and if I wanted to go lower I'd have to go into that, which I can't do anyway. But this antenna, it depending on which frequency you go on, it varies on the power output. You know, if the SWR is a bit higher, which is only normal, which you would get on any radio, it cuts the power down. So, but anyway, it's doing well. I mean, all right, I've got height, so it should be okay. But it's still a bit of distance, like simplex, isn't it? Especially mobile, and as I say, 7 watts only. From M1, Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey mobile.
63. Yeah, you're still 3 bars, Stu. Absolutely no bother whatsoever to me. You're absolutely blasting him. Well, I've just sent Paul M6WAD a message letting him know that you're on here. So whether he comes on or not, Stu, is another thing. I'll just see. Paul M6WAD, have you come on this frequency yet? No sign of him yet, Stu. But yeah, that's exceptional from up there, mate. I'd love to know how many miles that is as the crow flies.
I don't know, but if you come by road, I mean, obviously, you know, it's a good distance, but as a crow flies, well, I think Liverpool was something like 85 as a crow flies, so you're going to be a lot further down than that, so, yeah, I don't really know. I would say it would at least... I would say maybe 110, maybe. It depends, you know. But we are jotting right out, as you know, and looking right up north, and so we've got nothing in between. It's all we've got is water. So, but it's still a good test anyway, Dave, isn't it? That's for sure. From Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey.
M6WAD.
M6WAD, this is Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile on top of the Great Orme In Calan did know. So you're coming through okay there, Paul. Back to you.
Oh yes, Stuart. Yeah, blimey, I can't believe that, mate. I'm just on the handy, no external antenna, just on the rubber duck. You're coming through absolutely magic there, mate. This is simplex, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct, Paul. And I'm just running 7 watts, 7 watts. But, yeah, just on the mobile, and you're doing wonderful with that then. Just on the rubber duck, that's wonderful, that, Paul. And you're coming through loud and clear. So it's a good test anyway, isn't it, mate? It's very good indeed. From Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile.
MW1 MCW, Mike 6 Whiskey Alpha Everton. Yeah, I didn't know you were there, Stu. Obviously, thank you, Dave, for passing us that message. Yeah, absolutely stunning. I'm amazed at this. Absolutely amazed. You would never get this on FM or UHF, but I certainly wouldn't have got it. But yes, cracking signal, that, mate. What are you doing down there, Stuart? You on holiday?
Yeah, we come off for a few days, Paul. You know, we're retired and what have you, and we usually do at least a couple of trips a year down here. I used to come to rallies when they had them, you know, and so we just got down here this morning, well, lunchtime, and we're down till Sunday because we've got hospital appointments on a Monday. But other than that, yeah. So it's a lovely day as well. We had a nice day. We come through a bit of sea mist and what have you, know, but it's nice now. It's a bit hazy, like you can't see anything off the orme at all. You can't see the water out. Normally you can, but it's still hazy, you know. But yeah, so that's where we are, mate. So it's a hell of a test, that, as you say, and I agree with you. You wouldn't have done it on ordinary FM, that's for sure. But you're doing well, receiving me with just a rubber duck. That's phenomenal, that. Anyway, we're leaving Dave out there, Paul, but nice day, mate, anyway. So we'll throw it back over to Dave. M60HV from Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile in the group.
60 certainly, I've got you there, Stu. I've just put a post on Facebook just to see if anybody else wants to come and join us. I've sent a message to Gary as well, 20HTC, because he's got DMR obviously now as well. But yeah, you are. It's fluctuating between 2 and 3 bars, but exceptional, and that's unbelievable that Paul's getting you off his handle from where he's at. I'm assuming there, Paul, WD. You're at your home QTH there, Paul.
What are you using, babe, Stuart? Yeah, Roger, Dave. I'm just stood in the kitchen looking out in the back garden. I couldn't get Stuart when I was in the front room, but yeah, here pointing out all phenomenal signal, Dave. Can't believe it, mate. You.
Roger, good stuff. Go on, Dave. G6CRV.
Yeah, I was going to ask him where he's on the Great Orme now. Is he using a beam? He's almost end stopping here.
Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey. No, I'm not using a beam, Dave, at all. I'm just using a 270 mobile whip. And it's, well, I haven't long had it. They said it's high gain, like, but anyway, that's all I'm doing. I'm only running 7 watts, Dave, 7 watts. But yeah, you're end stopping as well, obviously. But yeah, that's what I'm running, Dave. But there you are, mate. Back to you, G6CRV. Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile in the group.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, okay, sure. I won't hold the conversation up. There's a few of you in there. But yeah, good signal here anyway from the Great Orme. I think I used to struggle trying to get the repeater when it was up there. Was it a 2 metre repeater? I can't remember. It's such a long time ago. But you're putting a good signal out, that's for sure. Right, leave you with it. Round to the chairman, Beta Max Dave, G6CRV.
60 years, it's never going to leave me, that, is it, Beta Max Dave? All for buying a AC fusion system. Somebody just posted, is he lost? Oh, dearie me. Yeah, it's phenomenal, Stu, that signal you're putting out. It really is. I don't know if there's any other takers on here wants to have a go at the Great Orme. No, I don't know if anybody else is your side there, Stu, but Gary's not come back to me. And as I say, somebody just posted on Facebook and asked if you were lost there, Stu. Back to you.
Well, I shouldn't be, Dave. I've been up here long enough. I should say I've been up here enough, I should say. Yeah, yeah, I do like it up here, mate. It's nice. But to say we're only here for a few days, just a break, and it's absolutely glorious. And Brendan's been over to have a look at this chap with this big aerial further over. Yeah. Well, I don't know whether you can hear, but he sat there, he's got his chair, earphones on. Yeah, so I might go and have a word with him after, but yeah. Anyway, nice to you, Dave, CRV. But yeah, it's a good test, isn't it? But yeah, there'll be people, no doubt, see us on Facebook, Dave, as you say, and come in and have a crack, I'm sure. But I'll be up here for about half an hour, and then I'll drop down and go and do whatever. But I thought it'd be a nice test on simplex, that's for sure. Right, back over to you, Dave. M60 DRV, Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile.
I think Dave's just monitoring on the side there. I think Gary's joined us now as well, Stu, if he's got his iReel plugged in. Go on, Gary, 20HTC.
20HTC returning. Good afternoon, people. How's everybody?
Not so bad. Take it through to Stu if you want, mate. Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Whiskey Charlie, I think it is, on the Great Orme Simplex.
You're getting as tongue-tied as me, Dave. It's Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey. Yeah. All right, Gary, I've got you there. Just it broke a little bit, but I got you there. And I say I'm on a Great Orme in Wales, so yeah, you're making the trip, that's for sure. So back over to you, Gary, from Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile in the group.
First of all, I want to QSL 280X3 returning. Gary, Golf Alpha Romeo Yankee. Yeah, no problems there. I'm getting here full scale up here in Northern Furnace. I'm just a little bit inland, and the poison. I mean, the Dave DHV. I do apologise, Dave. But there you go. But, yeah, absolutely crystal clear there, no problem at all. I'm a little bit used to just getting used to this DMR lack. But I'll get there. Like British Rail used to. They got there, didn't they? But, there you go. Yep, no problem at all. Thanks very much anyway.
Yeah, okay, Gary. Cheers for that. Is anybody else out there would like to contact? Does anybody out there want to? It's Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey on the Great Orme.
M6WAD, can I take it, minute?
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, like 6 Whiskey Alpha Dancer. I'm going to have to go, lads. I'm sorry, but I've got to get stuff done before the wife gets home. But Stuart, have a good few days down there, you and Brenda, and hope the weather stays okay for tomorrow morning for the solar eclipse. You should get a good view from up there. But yeah, and Gary, nice to see you on DMR, mate. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. You'll love it, and you're coming through brilliant. So I'm going to say to you all, Stuart, Gary, Dave, and catch you later. Good copy that, Stuart. Glad I did it. I still can't believe I'm only on the handy. But M6WAD, go and clear for now, and have a good day.
Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile, returning to the group. Yep, okay, Paul. Yeah, it's nice to be able to do it, mate, and it's a good test for you, that. And I'm happy that you've got us anyway. And yeah, it's working well, that's for sure. And Gary. So I'll put it over to Dave there. He's in the chair. He's probably been in the chair all morning, knowing him. What time he got out of bed, one never knows if he hit the bottle last night. So back over to you, Dave. M6DH3. Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile in the group.
6 days returning, Roger. It is a bit of a mouthful, that Stu, that call sign. And yes, I did get up late. Well, I got up early, took the X-Whale to work, and I come back home and went to bed, and I never woke up till 12:30. Heaven forbid. But there you go. Yeah, no, excellent, mate. I say I've put a post up on Facebook. Whether there's any more takers, I don't know. But yeah, you working fine to me as well, Gary. Yeah, but that's still astonishing that WAD was able to contact you just on his 3600 in his house on the rubber duck. That's absolutely amazing, that, mate. I'd be chuffed to bits with that. As I say, I don't think he'd have done that on a UV5R. I think he'd have struggled on anything else, to be honest. So, any other takers want to have a go at Stuart up on the Great Orme there? No, nothing else this side, Stuart. Don't know whether you're picking out up where you are.
No, negative on that, Dave. Yeah, well, you know, there'll be people at work and God knows what else doing other things, I understand that. But, you know, while I'm down here, I'll be having a few more goes at it, you know, maybe tomorrow and what have you, so I'll always give you a bell and tell you when I'm coming up, so you can be by, and we'll just see. And while I'm up here, I'm going to have a go at a few repeaters that are in here, just see what I can open up. I should be able to open everything I've got in the radio, I would think. But we'll have to wait and see on that one, Dave. But it's absolutely glorious up here, it really is. Is it still good down at, on Walney?
I'm 63, yeah, it's still like a hot summer's day over here, Stu. It's absolutely fantastic, mate. I just said to the XWL, I said we should be just sat down in the pub, not sat in the house. But she's got to work again in the morning, unfortunately, but there you go. No, well, it'd be good if you see the eclipse up there tomorrow, bit. I'm considering going up Berkeley Common and having a look just to see what it's like. Gary just said to me as well before, does it count for sota being up there, the Great Orme? Because it is a sota summit, but you won't be right up on the very top of you, Stu. Or I don't know how high you actually are.
Oh, I'm right on the top, Dave. You can't get any higher, mate. Well, I'm saying you can. There's a summit complex, which is, it's like marine. You know, they do a lot off here, you know, Coast Guards and all that sort of stuff. And there's the captain's table, as it's called. It's like a cafe thing. But you've got to go through a gate and drive up to that. But they're only, maybe 15, 20 feet higher than I am, probably. But I'm right on the top, Dave. From Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey.
I'm 63, Roger. I'm just saying to Gary there, I wonder if it's one of the first activations up there. I know there's quite a few people done there. Well, I'm saying I think there's one other person done a sota on DMR simplex. So you never know, mate. It could count as the first one. That's 17 minutes I've recorded of you, which I hope you don't mind, of course. It'll be interesting for anybody else to see, especially for anybody doing soldering, just what the quality of it's like, Stu. As I say, is that when Dave came and he said he's using a beam, that's what I thought. The sheer, the colossalness, if that's even a word, of the signal that you're putting out is unbelievable, mate.
Yeah. Well, there's no beam, mate. Well, you know what I've got on the car, Dave, and the thing is as well, it's a lot lower than the other car that I had. I couldn't get it right on the top of the lid, the boot lid. It's like down by the side lights, really. You know, it's way down. I was telling Ian, you know, the other day in Morecambe, and he was saying he couldn't get his as high either. But you know, it probably would be a lot better. But I mean, I'm happy with what it's doing, you know. There's no way. I didn't want a mag mount, you see, so that was the only other way to do it, to get it any higher. So I'm just stuck with what I've got. But it's certainly performing, and that's what it's about, Dave. And as I say, only 7 watts. So, you know, you can't beat that. From Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile.
I'm 63, Roger. Yeah, no, it's quite astonishing, that, mate. As I say, it's probably the wrong time of the day. You know, if it had been weekend, you might have had even more takers, Stu. But you know, there'd be a lot of people just coming home from work and probably having the tea, etc., etc. So you're probably missing quite a few people. But no, exceptional, mate. Absolutely exceptional. I'm going to press stop on that. I'm going to have to crack on, Stu. I've got a couple of radios. I've got a program here for PAU and Danny. So I am going to cut loose and carry on to get these done, and then I'm done. And as soon as it's finished, I'll be back on, mate. As I say, I'll be knocking around probably most of the night, I would imagine. But superb test, absolutely superb. And as I said, I did put a post on Facebook just to let anybody know that you were about, hence why CRV seen you on there. I don't know if everybody scans the simplex frequencies like this, like we do, but you know, there might be a few that miss it, Stu.
Yeah, well, as I say, Dave, I'll be around for another quarter of an hour or something like that, maybe. and then we're going to drop down, and I'll be out tonight. We're going to have a couple of drinks, you know. But that's what we're doing. We might stay a little longer. We've got a sandwich here. We have a sandwich. We've had a main meal at lunchtime, so we'll have a sandwich. We could stay a little longer, perhaps. But I'm going to be about tomorrow and over the next day too, so I will let you know by phone, and we can take it from there, Dave. You know. But in the meantime, if you're going to QSY to whatever you're doing, I'll have a scan around and see what I can do on the repeaters I've got programmed in this radio. But anyway, all the best to everybody, and it's been a good test, Dave. That's the main thing, isn't it? So if you're still in earshot, Gary, all the best to you, Paul, if he's receiving me, or anybody else out there. I'm on about PAU now. And to you, Dave, G6CRV, if you're still monitoring, nice to you, mate, and good test. So I'll say 7-3, just monitor for a little while. If somebody wants to come back, fill in that, I will see what I can get repeater-wise. From Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile, great all.
I was spotted John Soul this year.
Yeah, okay, Dave, cheers for that. We'll see what happens. We'll be by anyway, Dave. Thanks very much for that, mate. And all the best to everybody listening out there.
I'm 63. Yeah, I was just going to say, Stu, I just noticed it on their sota watch that it had been put up on there. That'll certainly stir the apple cart, because that's the first time I've ever seen one on there for DMR. So if people know they're doing that simplex, it'll be. You might have just started a new trend, Stuart. As I say, a lot of people look at that and go, huh? What? How can I get on that? Well, no, exceptional, mate. Absolutely superb. Yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, Stu. So you just keep your ears open. You never know, you might have a few more takers now that's been put on there. And as I say, there's quite a few people that I've got DMR now that might just come on and give you a go. Speak to you shortly, Stu. I'll continue to monitor M60HV on Walney Island.
Mike Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile. Yeah, okay, Dave. Cheers. And thanks for that, Dave, CRV. I will monitor for a while anyway. But, yeah. Thanks very much. All the best to everybody. From M Whiskey 1, Mike Charlie Whiskey Mobile.